never too old to get down and dirty. Are you a senior looking to mingle with other sexy seniors out there?
I am.
Hold on, do you think it's gonna loop? Oh, it didn't loop.
Oh, so that's the commercial didn't end. It's just a question.
I am. I'm so ready.
All right, this is JJTI season 2 episode.
27.
40.
You keep saying you say 27 all the time.
Is it 40?
Yeah.
Yes, it's 40.
I remember back in the day when I would ask Jordan. It was like episode 5 he lost track.
Oh, you don't have the candle on.
Should I have the candle on?
Well, I mean, it looks dumb if it's not on.
Yeah,
I don't think I've
you have to
ever had the
give
candle on for
give
one
the
of these.
Ambiance.
I think
Give the ambiance.
we should
It's
get
getting
a.
romantic.
I should go out. Would that ruin the lighting if we just did just candles?
Yes.
Why? I want it to be dark in here.
No.
But for the people who watch the videos on YouTube, they won't really get to see our beautiful faces.
Right, but if you ever the people who do the true crime stuff, they don't
Yeah.
have it all bright like this. They're just at a desk in the dark.
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you want me to light your shot
I think-
specifically so that it's like a shadow completely over your face and
Yeah.
light it in the background and change your voice? So it
And
sounds
we
like
could
you
do
committed a murder.
we could do true crimes
Yeah,
stories
true
instead.
crime stories, yes.
I'm not gonna do that.
Can I talk about the time recently where I was technically catfished?
I guess if you want. I was gonna talk about how I may or may not have hit my neighbor's car this morning. But
wait.
Opened my door and I was like, "Oh my god, what if I hit this guy's car?" So that's kind of weird that
I
you
feel
said
like
that.
that's more entertaining than
it's not. I was just backing out my driveway and then I felt some resistance, so I was like, "Oh!" and I pulled forward and backed up.
And
Did you
did
not
not check
check?
his car?
Well, that was on my way to work.
I
You
don't
just,
think I'd want
you
to
just admitted to this.
No, what I did was,
bleep it
I-
all
No,
out.
what you
We
did
don't-
is
we
just say
can't-
you hit your
can't-
neighbor's
What if
car.
your neighbor listens to this?
can I finish my fucking story, please? I backed out. I felt a little resistance.
Yeah.
So I pulled forward and maneuvered the angle.
What is a little resistance? What was
my
the
car
noise?
stopped.
Okay, that's not a little resistance. That's a lot.
I
of
wasn't going
resistance.
very
You
fast
stopped?
because I was
Okay.
backing out. I then emailed my landlord and
Mhm.
said, "Hey, I may have bumped into the person's car who lives in this apartment. Can you,
don't know their
send
name.
them my email and my phone number in case I did, so they can get into contact with me?"
Mhm.
And I haven't heard anything back.
You don't know this guy's name.
No.
You don't know your neighbors.
I think it might be.
You live.
I don't
want
want to say it. I think I might know it.
Right, but do you actually know the people that live around you?
I don't either.
Why?
I don't know my neighbors. They probably don't like me.
Oh, wait.
I'm pretty
is-
confident my neighbors don't like me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
No, I
I'm
was
never
thinking it
home.
was somebody else. Somebody else said their neighbor is a crackhead. I guess in this area, you
Yeah.
you might not want to know your neighbors.
No, all my neighbors seem pretty sweet. The one I did. So the guy who lives in that one,
Is that the
Mhm.
guy that I took his mail out of the rain? And
maybe.
you were like, "Why are you talking to that guy?"
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I was like, "Hey, are you this guy? Your mail was out in the rain. I just put it inside. Sorry to touch it."
I don't.
And then you were like
remember this.
hiding from them.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely when they moved in, I was definitely hiding from them.
Yeah.
And then one night my smoke alarm went off, and he ran up to make sure I wasn't lighting the building on fire. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he's like, "It's okay." This seems pretty nice.
To make sure you weren't setting the building
Well,
on fire.
presumably because he lives in the building too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just assume it was somebody cook. You know how many times I set off the fire alarm?
Oh,
think
that
my
happens
neighbors
to me
would-
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while.
One apartment I lived in,
There you go. Yeah,
they were all smoking in it, and they set the alarm off and just ripped it off the ceiling, and it never got put back in. How's
Yeah.
that for safety? And the
How's
fire
that
escape
for safety.
was like rotten wood.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounds very fire safety.
I mean, it's only
Oh, yeah.
for an emergency, right? It
And
doesn't
there were-
have to be
there were,
up
and
to
there were,
stuff- up to snuff.
They were crackheads that
Right.
lived
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Just perfect fire situation
Yeah.
going on here.
I think it would have been better if they were downstairs for a more perfect fire situation.
No, I was downstairs.
because heat rises, So
Right.
if they were downstairs, then
So
it would
I would
more
have to
likely
use
kill
the-
you.
Yeah, no, we were in the safer part of the
Yeah,
house.
which
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we're talking about more perfect fire situations,
Right,
it's less
yeah.
perfect.
Unless they overdose with the bathtub running.
and then the water comes down the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Destroys her whole entire
And
apartment.
the wood's already rotten.
So what happened to Aaron Carter?
He died.
Yeah, you didn't hear
Fairly
about that?
recently.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
said
said he drowned
they
in
said
the
he drowned in
bathtub.
a bathtub, which I was like, that sounds like murder. But he probably overdosed on drugs.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes.
Yeah.
Speaking
Probably
of
OD'd.
death,
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
Kevin
no,
Conroy
saw
died
it.
today.
Yes, he did.
Who?
Kevin Conroy, he voiced Batman in Batman the Animated Series and
Yes.
a bunch
Oh.
of video games and a bunch of the animated movies.
Yes.
He died. He was 66 years old.
Oh, that's not that old.
No, it was due to cancer.
Hmm.
We don't know what kind. We just
Yeah.
know it was relatively quick,
Relatively quick.
which
should
is
always
unfortunate.
get screenings. Earlier detected, the better.
I also believe he was one of the first, if not the first, like DC actors to come out as gay.
Oh.
Batman's
Interesting.
gay.
Yeah.
That
Batman's
makes
gay.
sense.
Yeah.
Because he's got
He
Robin.
likes all that leather.
It's got Robin.
Yeah.
Does like that tight, that skin tight leather, latex.
And he lets a young
Mm-hmm.
man stay in his mansion with him.
More than
Mhm.
one.
More
He,
than
he
one.
replaces the young man
he
when they get too
replaces
old,
them when they get too old. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
and he sometimes gets Batgirl pregnant.
Yeah.
But we don't need to talk about that because that is technically not in continuity.
No, it's not.
That was a different thing.
Mm,
When does that? Is that in comic book?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Is that Frank Miller?
no,
I don't
It's
think
not
I'd
Frank
want to
Miller?
read
it was
that.
in the DC animated universe, and then it was like, I think she has a miscarriage.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
It was real fun.
dark.
I thought Batman was supposed to be dating Catwoman.
Sometimes he also bangs Talia al Ghul.
Now does
Sometimes without his
he? I was gonna say
consent,
sometimes without his
and then
consent.
she has a kid.
named
And then
Damien.
like 9 years later, she's like, "Here's this fucking kid. You deal with him."
Yeah, that's what
and
she.
then
That's
he's
what she
like,
does. Yeah, because he.
Well, shit.
Yeah, he first had Rob. The first Rob was Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
And then it was Jason Todd who was killed
Richard Grayson. Thank you very much.
by Dick Grayson.
Richard.
And then Dick Grayson became part of the Teen Titans, and then
Yeah, he
became Nightwing.
Yep.
And then there was Jason Todd, and
Mhm.
Jason Todd was killed by the Joker,
Mm-hmm.
which was all due from a vote because the audience at the time did not like Jason Todd.
It was also, well, it was
When
a very close vote.
Yeah, it was very close.
It was like 8,200 to 8,247 or something.
And-
it was ridiculously close.
And then you had Tim Drake, which is the only one who found out Robin and Batman's identity beforehand.
Correct.
So he actually knew, like,
And he
Dick
blackmailed
Grayson.
him into
I was going to say
letting him
Dick Grayson was Robin because he used to watch the Graysons because his family was in a circus.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got older, he became Red Robin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Talia al Ghul's like, "Here's your fucking kid. I don't want him anymore. You deal with him."
Well-
and then Damian Wayne becomes Batman, and then in some continuity, he hooks up with Raven from the Teen Titans, even though Raven's like 20 years older than him.
Well, in those continuities, she might not be. Also, she's a
She's also
demon
like
girl.
a demon, so like
Yeah, I
you
don't think
know.
age matters if you're like some kind of
You're like a
otherworldly
demon.
creature.
Yeah.
Also, Stephanie Brown was Robin at
that
one
was
point,
Frank Miller.
and
I
then
know that one was-
Carrie
I mean,
Kelly
unless it's like a
Robin in Frank Miller.
Yes.
unless it's
That
like
was the
a
thing, right, that
vampire
was-
thing. Like
What?
if it's like Twilight,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's totally not okay. Because he's mentally
17.
no
Oh.
he's not mentally 17.
No,
He's
he's
mentally,
mentally
like,
like 400
400
years,
Yeah,
and then
and
he's in
he's
a body of 17.
dating a
And
17
he
year
keeps
old,
going to high school. I would
which is creepy.
try to kill myself if
I would never go to
I
high
would
school.
if I
somehow-
kept going to high school over, and he was 17.
They also look like
That's
they're
literally
Yeah,
like that's
like-
literally like a nightmare that I have.
Oh yeah, like
Is-
constantly.
Have you ever had the one where you're
perpetually
just
staying in high
where
school?
yeah, or you never graduated, so
I
you're just
would-
stuck in high school. But like nobody's your age
Never.
or anything, and so
No.
you don't have any friends, and it's a like a reoccurring nightmare I have.
Yeah.
And I think it's like I think it's a dream you have if you feel like you should have accomplished more with your life
Can I say
at
something?
this point, you know what I mean?
Very quick. Can I interject?
Uh-huh.
Again, listen to like the first 6 episodes of the podcast. We're repeating ourselves a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we've already had this.
We talked about all the Robins. We talked. I think in
Yeah,
the same
but
episode we talked
listen.
about Jordan getting stuck in high school and thinking they didn't accomplish anything.
But listen, I had to explain
Yeah, well,
how
this
that,
is all, like,
that
re-
was my only knowledge. My only knowledge of superheroes is not only DC, but it's just Batman. I
Yeah.
really don't know anything else. I
know a little bit of
fucking know about
Superman.
Flash. I don't fucking know anything about Superman.
I know a little bit
Maybe
about the
why.
Flash.
Nothing about
I know
Green
stuff
Lantern.
about Spider-Man
I know a tiny bit.
Yeah, he banged Mary Jane
From
when
the-
she died from
from the
radioactive
movies.
sperm.
Yeah, from the movies. Yeah, that's the only thing I know.
You guys are looking at me like I've said something.
You were just talking about, I don't know.
Spider-Man banged Mary
Spider-Man
Jane and then she
something.
died from radiation poisoning because of his sperm.
His sperm head was why?
Because he
Who's
was bitten by a radioactive spider. So his
It's
jizz
not
is
radioactive in the movie.
It is.
No, it's just a super spider. And then they're like, oh, it looks like one's missing.
Oh, the doctor
And they don't
must
care.
have taken one out. Maybe you should check on that. Maybe
Yeah.
there should be like a sign
Yeah,
out
they
sheet.
should- yeah, they should.
You know, it was 2002. It's not the Dark
Mm,
Ages.
yeah.
But also, like, they see Spider-Man flying around like that in the movie.
Swinging.
Sure. Falling in style.
Thank you.
But, yeah, so why did nobody puts, like, 2 and 2 together? Like, one of our spiders is gone. There's this guy swinging around. Let's check the cameras and see if this bit any of these high school students that we had here.
Oh, you mean all these 35-year-olds?
All these 30-year-old high schools. No, he was 29 in that movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Talk about being stuck in high school.
Yeah, jeez.
I would
Yeah, I looked
crush
it
it
up.
as like a
I looked it up because
14-year-old.
I was like, why do they cast people who are like in their early 30s to play high schoolers? Like, I know it's because like you can't actually have people like the same age. It's harder because they
Mhm.
can't shoot as much.
Right.
But you could get somebody who's like 20 and pass them off as someone who's like
I
17.
know.
You know what I mean? It's like that's not that hard.
Yeah.
But it's also an acting experience thing where some people are naturally like really good at acting. Like I think Tom Holland's a good actor
Mm-hmm.
in that role specifically. I don't know how he
Yeah,
is in
he
other
was
roles.
a close enough age.
But he was 19 when they cast him.
Oh.
Yeah.
And like you look at like Michael J. Fox, he was pretty young when they did Back to the Future. Like he was like 22, 23,
Mm-hmm.
I think, for the first one. I think he was 29 by the end of it.
Yeah. Probably.
Which he didn't age too much.
No, he still looks pretty young. He just shakes a lot.
he's a little
shaky.
nervous.
A little nervous.
Oh, come on.
He shakes up
Shakes up soda cans.
soda cans for what's his
Larry
David.
Larry David, yeah. But you have people who are naturally really good at like acting.
Yeah.
I
At
feel
a
like you
younger
can-
age.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at like what's her name from Halloween? What
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
She's horrible in the first one. Her acting is atrocious. Like she's a good actor.
They filmed that movie in one day.
I know, but she's a good actor.
Yeah.
But that's because she's had a lot of time to work on it.
But like in her first acting.
Her first one, shit.
Yeah.
Even fucking what's her face from Terminator, Sarah Connor. What's her name?
You think she's bad in that movie?
No, she's not great.
I think she's fine in
She's
that movie.
fine, but she's not like her in Terminator 2 is like really good.
Yeah, it's a completely different character.
Um,
She changes a lot.
What's her name?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna remember it.
Sarah Connor.
It is
Sarah Connor.
Now
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. Thank you.
Yeah.
God, son of a bitch. Can't believe I forgot Linda Hamilton.
Oh yeah, what's the other guy's name?
Michael
Reese.
Biehn.
Michael Biehn.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I know the man's name because I see the man on screen and I can relate to that.
Yeah, I bet you can.
I see Captain America hold down the helicopter and I think that could be me.
Hmm.
I see a white guy. That's me.
That's you.
That's why I don't think that we should have any female protagonists or people of color in movies. Get them all out of here. Except the bad guys. They can play the bad guys because I don't want to relate with the bad guys.
You can't relate to somebody who's a different color than
No.
you.
I can't.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
That's why I haven't seen Black Panther.
Oh
haven't,
my God.
I haven't seen that. The new one,
The new one
like
just
who's
came out,
who's
right?
yeah, because the guy died.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Right. So they on the radio they were saying they added in like a funeral scene for him.
Yeah.
But then who's the new main character? Is it just the Queen?
I think it's his sister potentially.
Maybe.
That sounds right.
And then they're also introducing the new Iron Man character, I think.
Is that the guy who's got the wings on his feet?
No,
Yeah.
What?
Is it Tom Cruise?
There's a guy who has wings on his feet.
it's not Tom Cruise. You're
Tom
talking
Cruise
about
gonna be Iron Man?
Namor,
He flies into their place.
who is the Aquaman equivalent in the Marvel Universe. He has little wings that help him
Right, fly.
Oh.
swim, I guess.
No, he flies around on them. On the
Yeah.
radio said he's flying around with his little wings
He
on
can
his feet.
fly around with little wings on his feet. But I think her name is Riri Williams?
Who
Look
are-
that up so I
who-
don't
who are we talking
confirm whether
about?
or not I'm racist.
Who are we talking about?
She's like a young black Iron Man character.
But okay.
and I
we're
think they're
gonna
introducing
do-
her in this movie, and she is the new
Okay.
Iron Man equivalent.
Ooh.
think.
Okay. Let's see.
Other than Rhodey.
Wait, is
who
this this is a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Okay, and Aquaman is DC.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's all
Like-
the same fucking thing to me. I mean,
No,
it's
one
not-
of them is sometimes good, the other one's mostly bad.
One of them is which one? Marvel's mostly bad.
No, Marvel's mostly good for movies.
Yeah.
DC.
Yes.
Since
yeah,
The
you
Dark
said,
Knight
you-
Rises.
You said. Which actress do you think it was?
I said it's Riri Williams is the
It
character's
is.
name. Boom! Certified not racist. Put that on my business card.
And it is played by Dominic Thorne.
I don't know who that is. I assume
And
it's
it's considered Ironheart?
Yep,
Yes,
that's the name of the character.
Ironheart.
I don't know who that is. I assume it's a young up and coming actress.
How many more of these movies are they going to make?
Until
Oh my God,
they
they're on, like-
literally don't make money for like
Yeah,
10 of them in a row.
They announced like phase 6, and I think they're in phase
Yeah.
5.
Phase 5 of what? They're all
the
connected.
So you've got
cinematic
like so
universe.
you've got like phase 1, which is like Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
The
see, we've
Avengers?
definitely talked about this before on the podcast.
Yes.
Because then I got upset and I was like, I don't like this because you have to watch like
A
You have to
million
watch
movies
so
to
many
understand what's
movies
going
to
on.
understand. No,
Like,
it's absolutely
I don't like
ridiculous.
being in the theater and then like somebody comes out and everyone's like,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, what
Who
was
is that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who is that guy?
You're that old dude in the theater.
Yeah.
What's
then
going on?
Then I become the old guy who's watching Joker and has to ask his wife what was going on when it turns out that his girlfriend wasn't really
it wasn't really
kind
his
of in his mind,
girlfriend,
yeah.
all his mind. What's
even though it's like
happening?
even though it's so I watched that scene and you know how in Joker they do the flashes of
Yeah.
him and then he's not with her,
Yeah.
and then I was like, that's so fucking dumb, why would you show that? It's like I got that he wasn't there, and then we saw it again and that guy's like, what's happening?
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
for that
no.
guy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't.
Which we
fuck
also
that
had
guy.
this whole entire conversation.
Yeah.
This is just a podcast.
We're just gonna talk about stuff we've already talked about.
It's our version of the clip
It
show.
is.
So we're gonna be
It's a
talking
reunion.
about all the
No,
old
no.
stuff.
What this is
So we're
like
gonna be doing the ultimate Marvel quiz now,
Yeah.
everybody.
no. So we're
I
taking
feel
Jordan
that.
does.
because our early episodes aren't fantastic. So we're
Condensing it.
We're
revamping,
remaking them.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
remaking.
It's the
them.
reboot. It's the
The
reboot
reboot,
episode.
I
right.
think that for episode 100, we should do the first episode again, just word for word.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna write you in.
in.
We're gonna fit you into the conversation.
you, yeah.
Oh, what if we just edited Ashley into the original podcast?
Oh, that'd be weird.
kind of answer. Yeah. It's
I think that
be
would
like,
be
yeah.
I just interrupt you.
That'd
I
be
was about to go,
wrong.
James, stop interrupting me.
that would be wrong. That would be like why that's like it would be like when George Lucas added all this
Inserted
stuff
the
to Star Wars.
fucking
Yeah,
lizards.
they needed to take that away from him.
Yes,
Yeah.
They had to.
I've said it before, probably on this podcast.
Probably.
I think that what makes Star Wars and the first Matrix movie so good are that they were super creative people, but they had constraints.
Yes.
Like they had people to say, no,
No,
that's a bad idea.
They definitely did that with a lot of George Lucas.
I
stuff.
think that if you just let creative people have free reign, they make shit things.
Yes.
Like, look at the Matrix sequels.
Yeah, I like those movies.
They're bad.
The second one, I like it.
It's bad.
Yeah, I didn't mind the second
The
one.
Star Wars prequels, bad. The Star Wars sequels, really bad.
Worse than the prequels.
I would
Yeah.
think so.
Really?
Because at least the prequels were like new and interesting. They were
Yeah.
bad, but they were like different.
Yeah.
The sequels are just the same thing, but way worse. Like The Force Awakens is just A New Hope again, but worse.
Yeah,
wouldn't say it
they
was
follow- They
worse.
follow very
You
similar
wouldn't say
plot
The
lines.
Force Awakens is worse than A New
Well,
Hope.
I wouldn't say it was a bad movie.
I don't think it's easily the best of the new trilogy,
Right.
but it's not A New Hope.
But I didn't need to see like Princess Leia flying through the air or anything.
It
Oh,
was
I
actually
think-
through space.
He was
Yeah, right.
Sure. He was I think that movie was trying to be different,
Yeah,
which is
definitely.
like better, I think.
Yes,
But
I fully support. I would rather have a huge swing and a massive miss than just a play it safe, paint by number.
Which was a lot of those movies.
Yeah.
A lot of the sequels.
I don't remember anything of the ninth one. I literally can't tell you what happened. They go find the Death Star and they ride horses, I think. And there
like
were
I
a
said,
million clones.
I never saw it. I watched the Last Jedi, and I was like, "That's it.
Yeah,
It was the Last Jedi. It's done."
I mean that's what I did with fucking Andor. There are like 4 episodes of Andor I haven't seen because I just stopped watching because I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
they finished their thing.
Yeah,
That was cool."
yeah, it's done.
So now I just have to watch that.
what do you mean?
tomorrow.
It's like they drop the ring in the fire and then the movie continues?
No, it's like the
Does it do that?
series Andor.
No. Can you imagine if the last Lord of the Rings movie was them walking back to the Shire with nothing happening?
That's what I thought. You're dropped
That'd be
it
awesome.
in there. Then
That'd be
it's
so funny. It was like 4. It was the longest movie of them all. It was like 4.5 hours in the theatrical cut. Like, and then the extended edition's like 8 hours long. That'd be hilarious. At some point, it just turns
Nothing
into the Beatles
happens.
Get Back.
Nothing bad happens in it.
They're
I
just walking.
I heard the end of the last movie recently when I visited my family in New Jersey. My mom and stepdad were watching the last movie of Lord of the Rings, and they're like, "Come watch it with us," and I was like, "No," because I told James I'd watch all of it with him, and
You don't have to.
it
You
was
haven't
also the
seen it?
last movie. I didn't see the first.
Don't worry,
two.
that movie ends for about 35 minutes and 16 different times. It legitimately does. Like, it fades to black, and you're like, oh, no, we're doing another thing. Oh, we're seeing this
Well, you
guy
have
do
the
that.
extended ones,
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
both
Where's the
versions.
one where the main character almost dies? I know that happens a lot, but I remember there's a scene where
I don't
he was
know.
like on a
Does
bed.
he get stabbed?
When he's on like
Yeah,
on
that's
a
the end
bed
of the
and,
first one.
he wakes up and then Sam's looking at him like,
Yeah, that's the end of the first one.
Yeah,
You're
he,
awake.
So the first movie is
That's
them.
the first one. Okay.
It's them going, we need to go talk to the elves.
Mhm.
And then the end of the movie is them showing up to the elves. And then the second movie is them making a plan to destroy the ring. And then I think the middle, towards the end of the second movie, is them leaving to go destroy the ring. Like, starting their plan.
Mhm.
And then the third movie is them figuring out
Sneaking
how
into
to
a
destroy the
place.
ring. Those movies are really good.
I like when the guy's like, throw it into the fire.
Cast it into the
And
fire.
he's like, no.
Did you
I
ever?
feel like we've said that too before on the
Probably.
podcast.
Did you ever watch
No.
or like finish the Amazon?
What if I just broke my tooth?
I don't know.
That
That
would be
happened in
good.
an
That'd be
episode
terrible.
where we were drinking non-alcoholic beer and I just bashed it into my face. I was
Ugh.
20 when we started this. I'm going to be 23 soon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever.
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
would say. Most would say probably. I think Jordan would say that. But it's been going on for too long.
Probably, yeah.
Also, in the first episode, we were talking about it, and Jordan's like, who's going to listen to this? And I was like, probably no one. And you say, I'll listen to it. Have you ever listened to an episode?
Not a full episode, no. Why would I want to listen to myself?
I know. That's what we were talking
Yeah.
about before.
We've got a
It's the-
catalog of us, though.
Yeah.
Like growing up,
yeah.
living life.
Well, I was thinking I'll
All
listen to this.
documented.
I'll listen to this like maybe 20 years down the road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'd be like, wow, I'm so young.
and I'm gonna
full
be-
of
You
think you're
life
gonna make
back
it
No,
then."
another
I think
20
it's
years?
gonna be. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. 59 or 49? Yeah,
maybe
49. You think I'm not gonna make the 50? What
I
do you
don't know.
think I do?
Anything could happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to bring up old stories about stuff that you've done.
like what?
Like the time you came into work with a black eye, and we were all like, "What happened?" And you're like, "I fell into a pole
Yeah,
because I drank too much."
yeah. That's funny to you?
kind of.
It was the way you did it.
That's a good story.
It is a good story.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, since we're rehashing old podcast stories, I can't wait for Jordan to leave where he works now so that we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna leave where I work.
You're going to at some point.
How
I don't
long
think
have you
so.
worked there?
9 years.
If we have to wait until you retire, we will.
I'm never gonna retire.
I will bring the podcast back out of retirement because I'm stopping it way before then. We are not doing this for another 30 years.
I don't think I can love a job enough to stay someplace for 9 years. That's impressive.
Yeah, no, I love
If
my
it was
job.
a good job,
It is a good job.
it wasn't for a little while.
I don't find any job a good job.
Yeah, we had some fun.
Well, you don't like your coworkers?
No, Jim sucks.
No, we don't work together anymore, so that's
We
fine.
don't work together. I work with one person.
No,
That's
No.
it.
I do
Well,
too.
that would be kind of boring. No, I like the people that I work with. It's fun.
I don't mind the people I work with. I like them.
I
It's
fucking
good
hate
fun.
them. They're the worst.
Everyone sucks.
They're garbage.
Mm.
Hate my life. Are these things on? Oh, oops. No, people are pretty okay for the most part.
No, I've been at that job. Last week was a year.
A
So,
year. Yeah, but you moved around a lot.
I did.
So.
I just moved too. So
So.
and I'm just gonna move again. You guys
Yeah.
will never hear from me ever again. I'm just gonna get up and leave.
Please don't do that. I don't want to have to find another person and
You
get them used to talking to a
You
microphone.
can
I think it would
find
get
another person.
no, it'd be canceled after you left.
What? No.
You're the rock. You're the You're
You
the-
guys had a whole
you're the-
entire podcast for
Yeah, and
for
we've been
over a
going
year.
off about how
But
they
it-
sucked.
yeah. This is a lot better here with you.
Oh, thank
And
you.
We
you-
have another
you will never
microphone. As
leave
soon
us.
as we get another
A
stand.
replacement for Ashley. And
No,
then
I
you
think
can
that we
leave.
should get a fourth person.
Yeah,
They can
Fourth?
sit over there
fourth.
next to you.
like a guest star.
Maybe. I
I
don't know.
think we
Fourth
should
one,
just get.
Ashley was just a guest.
I
and
think
then-
we should just get like
I was
some
surprised.
like homeless guy from the street.
I don't want to do that.
We'll give him shelter.
We'll get to know like
food.
certain life stories. That's what I wanted to know.
That would be
That's
cool.
why I was gonna say my weird catfish story. Which
Oh yeah,
you've
which I
been-
do want to hear.
You've been catfished, haven't you?
No.
Hasn't
never been
everyone?
catfished?
Wait,
I don't
what?
think so.
How catfished? Like you actually went to go meet?
No.
Okay,
No.
then I
haven't
think
met them.
everyone's been catfished.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know
Yeah.
immediately going into it that this person
Is
isn't
that's
real.
not considered catfish?
I don't think so.
Okay.
'cause
So
I
you
know
actually
what's
have to
going
believe.
on.
So let me
Okay.
tell you. So like I don't necessarily know if this is cat. It is catfishing. So
Why is it called that?
Because catfish
I
try to
don't-
eat stuff that isn't food? I don't know.
I don't
maybe.
know.
What?
So-
Yeah, why is it
that
called
doesn't even
catfish?
make sense.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Well, because catfish
Since
try to
the
eat
head
stuff.
researcher is currently occupied.
Yes, tell us the story.
So I'm back on the old Tinder, right?
Mhm.
No, for I guess everyone watching, I still have a boyfriend. I'm now like I've always been able to also date.
Why
Wait,
is it
what's
called monkeypox?
That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about catfish.
okay. So the whole entire time, I've always been also open. It's been open enough that I can date women, and I just felt like I don't know, I don't need to also go on a date with women. And now I'm like, nah, I kind of want to. I just want to go on a date with a girl, So like, I was on the Tinder. And it was hard originally to find someone because I matched with a good amount of girls before. I was showing like James and everything like that. But a lot of them were like, no, I want to be in a relationship. I don't like that you're in a relationship. I don't want to be like a side person. And I was like, respect. All right, that's perfectly fine. I find another girl. And let's just call her Amy. Not her name, but let's just call her Amy.
Amy Adams.
And she also had a boyfriend. And she's like, I just want to I just want to have a girl to have fun with. And I was like, hell yeah. So I add her on Snap. And then first red flag. She was like, can we have a group Snap with us and our boyfriends? And I'm like, why? And she was like, well, that's where we'll share our nudes and we'll take videos together or whatever, and we'll put it on the group chat. And I was like, oh, so your boyfriend can look at them and then my boyfriend can look at no. And she's like, you don't find it hot if your boyfriend looks at naked women? And I was like, I don't care if he looks at naked women. I just don't find. I'm like, that's fucking weird. I was like no. And she's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So
Is that what she sounded like?
sure, I never actually met with her. So that's the voice I'm giving her.
Sure, it's fine, whatever. Whatever.
So
You find the answers yet?
I'm reading a paragraph.
Okay,
so
continue.
so So we're exchanging photos, and I put exchanging photos in quotes because I'm sending snaps. She's sending photos through chat.
Mhm.
So like they would be like camera roll photos, and I'm like,
It's also pretty easy to get around that if she wasn't an idiot.
yeah,
Quote unquote she.
Exactly. So I was like, well, yeah, because at first, like my boyfriend was like, how are you not sure that she's like a bot, right? And I was like, well, because
I don't think that's the real
at
answer.
one point she sent me a snap of her face, and he's like, bots can easily do that. Like she was, and like she was average looking though. Like if she was like really stunning, I think
I've seen it before. I've seen it before.
Not to be like shitting on her, but like I wanted to be with a cute girl. I don't want to be with like a really hot girl. It's way too intimidating.
Yeah, that's
for
why
me.
I don't date women, because it's just the hot ones.
Just the
that come
hot
after
ones that
me.
want
I'm
you.
not into that.
Anyway, so she really wanted like certain pictures from me. I didn't want to give them. Like, all right, she really wanted vagina pictures, and I don't know. I'm like, I don't send pictures of that. That's so weird. That like whatever. So I'm trying to like talk to her, and at one point, I'm like, the way she's trying to like sext me is unlike I've ever done with any woman before. Right.
Does it sound like it maybe came from a guy?
So yeah, it's stuff like, oh, do looking at vaginas turn you on? And I'm sitting here like, I'm a girl who also dates women talking to a girl. Why did you ask me that question? And it just like clicked, and I was like with my boyfriend too, and he's like, oh shit, I think you're talking to the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh fuck, you think I'm talking to the boyfriend?
Yeah.
And I like literally wrote, hey, is this the boyfriend right now? And they respond, no, ha 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 ha.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah. That's the guy.
And so I was like, you send me a live snap. I'm like, I don't care if it's your face. It doesn't have to. It could be completely appropriate. Send me a snap of you right now. And they blocked me.
Yeah.
Like, and luckily, like I didn't send nudes. I sent like, as the kids call it, like lewds, like
You know what I
bra
do?
pictures and stuff like that. But like I didn't send nudes, and because I thought that was weird that they were only sending camera roll pictures.
I
and
would
then-
never send nudes.
What you do
I
is
did it.
Yeah.
when they
I don't
ask you
care.
when they ask you for it, you get a hot dog and you stick it out through the fly of your pants and you send that to them. And
or
then
you
they
like fold
they
up
block
your
Yeah, you
fold
can
up
do
your
a
arm.
butt shot.
Just the
Yeah, and see like when I send that stuff, I send it through Snap, and I don't send it through my camera roll through chat, in which the photo stays there for 24 hours, and I have it on a thing that like you can't save the photo.
you
Depends
can't
on
screenshot a snap.
Yeah,
You can,
and
but it
notifies
notifies
you.
you.
Oh. Well then, what good is that gonna do?
I guess you just get fucking notified.
Specifically so that
now
you
I know
don't
that.
send
I
shit
don't
like
know.
that?
Well, no, because the damage is already done if it's been screenshotted. So why would they tell me that somebody took a screenshot of your?
So that you don't send more.
Don't send
Yeah.
more, but the
Yeah.
damage is already done.
Listen,
so
I'm gonna be.
you
Listen,
might as well.
you send me one photo, that's not enough to get me riled up.
Yeah,
All right, just saying. One photo is not enough.
no.
How do you know? It could be that magical photo that just.
Yeah, do you want to see?
I've seen a
No,
lot of photos.
No, not for me. I have photos of other girls.
I've seen a lot of photos. Never been just one.
I wouldn't show you the photos anyway without their consent.
Anyway,
But yeah, that was my catfish story. I felt pretty like disgusted.
Violated.
Like yeah, like that was such a
What the hell is that?
breach of like yeah, what the hell are you holding?
Yeah, I don't like people like that.
yeah.
No,
It's too weird.
like, and I was like perfectly fine because, like I said, I don't want to date a second. Like, I'd like right now, I'm not in the mood to also have a girlfriend. You know,
Sure,
like,
But I don't
but
understand
like,
that.
but like, why are you doing that though?
Is it like people are just? It must just be like, are they just lonely or like?
Yeah.
How do you get off? Okay, because like, why don't you just watch porn? You don't have to get on there and be like, oh yes, send me like.
It's also
like it just seems like too much work, and
it's
it must
also you know that it's a real person on the other end.
be, and that's what gets you off.
Yeah.
seems like a more genuine connection than
Yeah.
looking at
It's like a weird
mean,
our
parasocial thing.
15-year-old laptop screen.
No.
Hey,
Yeah, I
real
think-
quick, note. The next time we're talking about like jerking off and you say the words 15-year-old, don't pause. Just
Yeah, that
continue
was a
on to
little-
laptop.
That was a little.
Just continue
I
on
was
to laptop.
wondering where.
Oh,
where
I
you're
didn't
going with
realize that I paused.
Yeah.
I guess my brain just like
Yeah, bad time to breathe in is all I'm saying.
My bad.
When you're looking at a 15-year-old
laptop.
Laptop.
with a broken power cord and a what else?
The
10
audio
minute-
jack thing doesn't
The audio
work.
jack doesn't work. It takes 10
Speakers on
minutes to
full.
load. It takes
Yeah.
15 minutes just to get online.
Yeah,
The whole thing to start up.
guys are-
Exactly.
wild.
It's we're old apparently. It's fine.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? So we talked about some people dying. We talked about Ashley being big dumb on the internet.
Hell yeah. I'm
You were-
still that
you were
way. I
supposed to
don't care.
The what the definition of a catfish? Or
Do you want to read the
origins.
paragraph that I got?
Is it
Because
worth
it
reading?
just kept giving me
Mhm.
catfishing is when you impersonate somebody on the internet. It's like that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the origin of the word.
You told it that?
Yes.
You typed in, that's not what I'm looking for.
I said Google. I know you're trying to help me,
that's not what
but
I'm
that's
looking
not
for.
what I'm looking for. What I'm actually looking for is this. This is from Quora.com.
Mhm.
Okay. This is what the person wrote. Where does the term catfish and catfishing come from? The term catfish, as a reference to people who create fake accounts online, was originally created in the movie documentary Catfish, 2010.
by Neve.
Here's the
Yeah.
story behind the terminology.
Mm-hmm.
They used to tank cod from Alaska all the way to China. They'd keep them in vats in the ship. By the time the codfish reached China, the flesh was mush and tasteless. So this guy came up with the idea that if you put these cods in there, in these big vats, put some catfish in with them, and then the catfish will keep the cod agile. And there are those people who are catfish in life, and they keep you on your toes. They keep you guessing. They keep you thinking. They keep you fresh.
Interesting.
What the fuck does that mean?
Why didn't they just freeze the cod?
Because I think they were alive.
Right. Why didn't they just freeze the cod, like kill him and bring him around like a normal person?
I don't know.
Giant
Well, now we
vats on the
know.
ship?
Maybe this was before they had refrigeration.
Or they were trying to, I don't know, put him in another, I don't know.
You can do it. You can think of it.
Well, they got those, maybe they're trying to, like, put him...
I can't wait for this.
They're trying to, like, breed them in China or some shit.
Yeah.
That, and they also got these big tanks in Asia.
Yeah.
You can pick out your live fish
Mm-hmm.
that you want.
You can do that at lobster places sometimes too.
Yeah, but they're not huge.
Some get pretty.
I don't think we have them in America. We're talking like an aquarium, but for food.
I think that if I went into an aquarium and I said I want that one, and they say you can't have that, and then I dropped $1 billion on them, they would let me eat that fish.
I don't. Are any of those fish edible?
I'm sure all of them are edible.
Right, but I mean, like food you could actually eat. Because
sure a lot of them are.
When I was at the Boston Aquarium, I didn't. There were some that looked absolutely delicious. But
You can eat like puffer fish and shit.
Yeah.
Even though it'll
yeah,
kill
they
you
had
if
some
you
puffers.
Cut it wrong,
Yeah,
right? That
Yeah,
puffer
something like
fish?
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm basing it off of that Simpsons episode where Homer almost died.
yeah. They got to
Always a Simpsons
cut it a
reference.
special
It's a good
way.
show. Yeah, the head chef was too busy banging some chick. I think it was Edna Krabappel.
Oh.
And the sous chef, I believe is the term, was not capable of cutting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then did. So, you know.
You're bringing up the Simpsons again.
Yeah.
I know. As I said, another Simpsons.
Good job.
I don't think any of us have watched it except for you.
You should watch it.
I've seen all of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I
Good
even
show.
watch all the new episodes.
That's a mistake. You should
I
stop
mean-
at season 7.
Listen, I just, you know, I'm in it for the long haul. Was on season 32.
I think it's
Watched it.
33.
I watched it for that. I think it's 33. I've watched that many seasons already. Like it's just, I just said, just a show, background show. Just like
You
I
can just
still
stop.
watch Bob's Burgers.
I watch Bob's
I
Burgers. Bob's
still
Burgers is
watch
good.
Family Guy.
I don't watch that.
I still watch Rick and Morty.
I still watch Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's funny.
There's a new season out now, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh shit! I'm gonna watch that when I get home. I got it recorded.
Recorded on the
I
DVR.
got it recorded on the DVR. Recorded.
Use your TiVo.
Recorded. I don't know what it's on. I just says hit record on the remote and it records stuff.
Get
for
it on
me.
your VHS tape.
Yeah. I got that hooked up. Still works.
And you can convert it to a disc.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna do like an upscaling AI thing to get it into 4K.
Yeah.
I love I love finding old VHS tapes and watching them.
Yeah.
Here's what we should do.
Are you gonna suggest that we go to Goodwill and pick up a VCR
No.
and a bunch of tapes? Because that's the plan we already had.
We should.
have a
we,
VCR
Yeah,
if you
we
want
we
it.
got
No,
that.
that wasn't the issue. We all have
I was
VCRs.
gonna say, don't
We
all
wanted to
have
go
VCRs?
specifically to go buy a shitty one from Goodwill for $10.
No, so we got the VCR, but so that like thrift antique kind of shop that's
Mhm.
by Canton Express. You know what I'm talking about? They got a whole bunch of unmarked VHS tapes there,
unmarked VHS.
like home footage stuff.
oh,
I think we should buy that box and just start see what's on them.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna get The Ringed.
I know. That's what I was
That's-
excited
I was
about. I
gonna
was
say,
like,
that's
what if
what we
what if it's like
want.
a snuff film? And then we were like, gotta go to the police, and we're like, we
Yeah,
got
we're
this
like,
at this
"Got at
place.
this weird antique shop.
Yeah. And then like some guy comes up to you. Some guy comes up to you and he's like, you watched the tape, didn't you? And you were like, what?
And you're like,
He
what?
was
How do you know?
you watched the tape.
How do you know?
Yeah. And then and it's this whole big thing. Like where people are like coming to murder us.
Mhm.
And this is all because we just watched a VHS tape. You don't sound like you want to do this.
Yeah, I was about to say, why do you not want to do this, James?
You know, it doesn't seem like a good use of my time.
It could be something good on
I
there.
mean,
you don't
yeah,
know.
I need
it could
to-
be a good use
I need to
of
spend
time.
the next 3 days editing Motherless Part 2. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Oh, dare you?
It's a good video. Age restricted immediately.
Set it up then and set up the VHS here. You can edit and then we will watch what's on those tapes.
All
Yeah.
right.
So if anything happens,
So if I come out
it
and
will
the
be
TV is
us
just
too.
static and you guys are gone and the door's open, what am I gonna do then?
They're here.
Rewind the tape.
You don't have you seen The Ring?
Nope.
So you don't even know how to save yourself.
Yeah, you wouldn't
No.
even know how to save yourself.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
We would be fine.
I'll figure it out in the day.
What do you think you got to do to save yourself?
That's a hard question. Like, I don't
All
think
right.
he'd be able to answer that.
No, I got this. So step 1, don't watch the tape.
I mean, yeah. But
Yeah,
what if you
that's-
accidentally watched the, what if you accidentally watched the tape?
In case step 1 fails.
Yeah.
Step 2, you've watched the tape.
Yes.
Step 2A,
You got 7 days to figure out your next step.
I have 7 days. All right.
Yes.
Didn't know that. Thank you.
Yes.
First thing I'm gonna do, buy a gun.
She's already dead.
I'll buy a gun.
She's supernatural. People already. Like,
I'm
have
gonna
tried
buy
that.
a gun.
Okay.
Dude, she like snaps your face.
Nope. I'm
off.
gonna buy a gun.
Or are you gonna?
Here's what I'm gonna do. She's gonna come for me. Bam! Shoot myself in the head.
That's what I go. Is he gonna shoot yourself?
Then I don't have to deal with it.
I
Well,
mean,
that's
yeah,
lame.
viable strategy.
What I would do is I
There
would
is
close
a
my
way
eyes and I
you-
just start kicking.
There is a way you can survive her.
Also, I'm wearing
Yes.
socks
That's
with
what
foxes.
Very nice.
Soxy foxy.
Foxy.
They're
Yeah.
nice.
No, all you got to do is make a copy of the tape
And show it to someone else.
and show it to somebody else, so that then they get fucked.
Nah, I'm just gonna take one. for the
Remember,
team.
it's like all those old emails that you're supposed to forward to like 3 people, or you get cursed. Yeah,
No.
you don't know that.
Oh, yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
stopped
No, I'm
myself.
aware of the phenomenon. I
Yeah.
would
That's
just
why-
never do that.
You'll be
Stupid.
cursed.
That's why I
Yeah,
stopped myself for a second because I'm like,
No,
You
I'm
might not
aware of the
know
email
that.
chain phenomenon.
yeah, those are great.
yeah.
Pyramid scheme of stupidity.
If you don't send this to 5 people, you'll be cursed. I love that. Yeah, you'll be cursed. If
I
you
would be
don't-
pissed if I got cursed from an email chain, though.
That should
Imagine.
be.
That's like drowning in a swimming pool on a cruise ship.
It's gonna be like, they should do a horror movie about that. Like it would be sort of a parody of The Ring, except it's like like it would be this stupid video. And
Do
it
you want
would
me
be
to
like,
bleep it all out so that you can keep the copyright?
what? Oh, for this?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. No,
Just
no one's
give
gonna
this to
make
the
this.
world.
Yeah,
No one's gonna make this. You don't know
make
that.
this into a movie.
Yeah.
So it's like it's that.
Checkmate, James Cameron.
Yeah, you get the. Well, now you're making me forget it. Yeah, so you get the send this video to 5 different people, and it would just be like this stupid video, and then
Yeah.
it'd be someone like James who's like, "I'm not fucking sending that to anyone," and then your phone starts blowing up, and it's like, "Send it." We'll call the movie "Send It, Send It, Send It,"
Yes.
and if you, it all exclamation points.
Yes.
Yeah. Send it, send it, send it. And then if you don't send the stupid video, you just start seeing the thing that's in the video.
Mhm.
It just starts appearing. So it would be like a guy in a chicken suit dancing or something. So you'll just be out in
We've
public.
already
and-
got the chicken
yeah.
suit.
Yeah, he'll be like dancing, and then you'll like look away and you'll look back, and he'll have like a knife, and you'll look away, you'll look back, he's gone. No one sees him. But you gotta send that video to people.
Send it.
Send it.
If
We
anyone
do-
makes this, we want like 10% of all royalties.
No,
I
we
don't
want
think this would
50%.
I don't think this would make it very. They would have to
This
add
is like a
lot
great
more to what I just.
5-minute YouTube video.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
they'd have to write so much of the script based around that one dumb idea that they can have it.
We can maybe
Like,
do a
it's all
trailer
yours.
Yeah.
where it's
Send
every
it,
time
send it,
like
send
every so often it like cuts to like it's a boom in the music and it cuts to black and it just says send it in white text.
Yeah, one of those like.
I'm down. Let's do that.
Yeah,
It would be like yeah.
You want to film it?
sure.
You want to edit it?
No.
You
Don't.
don't like editing. That's so
No,
weird.
I don't.
I love editing.
I spent 8 hours, literally 8 hours, blurring out tits and vag. Okay,
From what?
from the fucking
game.
gameplay video we did.
There's a lot of tits.
Oh, yeah, I
There's
forgot
a lot
about
of tits
that.
and
You can
bags
watch
in
it
that.
now.
It's
YouTube.com
age restricted.
/
Put it up on the big screen.
and you have to do the @ symbol JGTI
You have to do that
because
You do
that's
have
our
to do
tag.
that
They introduced tags on YouTube,
Oh.
so now
YouTube.
you can go to @
JJTI, but I'm not even in that.
No,
you
you're
have
not.
the gameplay on the.
Yeah.
on the channel.
Yeah, because you don't join us for the game.
No, I don't.
Do you want
It's
to?
entertaining.
You can play. You want to join us for the hamster game?
Nah,
I just went through and found a
not.
bunch of trash that's free on Steam.
The hamster.
There's the hamster game. Spoilers. There's a
Hmm.
game about hamsters. I don't know what the story is. I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it will be any good. I don't know if it'll be funny. But we've gotten a lot of track time out of this game that's just porn. So
Did we?
we've got over an hour and 45 minutes so far.
Oh yeah.
2 parts, baby. Got its own playlist on the channel. It
Oh,
has
God.
desensitized me to boobs.
Guess you have to edit it. For
Yeah.
8 hours.
There was one point where the character, whose name is Jordan, we named him Jordan,
We did
so that
na-
you could
we
be there
did
in
name him
spirit.
Jordan.
and then his nickname is Dipshit. So it's just characters calling this guy Dipshit, which is
Yeah.
very funny. Every single time it happens. But there was one point where our character jizzes into the mouth of
Into
a
my-
lady.
Oh
Into
yeah.
my mouth?
No, you're the one jizzing.
Oh,
no, yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're the one.
And your girlfriend Moon Shadow,
Moon Shadow.
who you're constantly cheating on.
I know it's awful.
But they did not let us
Wow.
sexually assault women without their consent.
Without their consent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to go into these like
You can just
women's
sort of look at
rooms
'em.
in the middle of the night and you like take off their blanket and like you flash a light at them and like watch them. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys had me doing.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what we did.
Show this to me.
I'll show you can. I'll send you the YouTube video.
Jordan.
It's but anyway, I had spent so much time editing this that I was so desensitized that I was focusing on the cum going in her mouth. I didn't realize that there was just a dick, like, in the shot. Like you just see her tits and a dick, and I was like, oh, because when I rewatched it, I was like,
So now
there it is.
you become one of those psychos who has porn on and doesn't even jerk off to it because it
Yeah.
does nothing for them. They just
Well,
constantly have
no,
it going.
like
Yeah.
grotesque 3D animated porn wouldn't do it for me.
Yeah.
When did that was it?
That's
Or
what that game is.
was
yes.
that working for you? to begin with.
I don't think so. I never tried.
All right, so you're not desensitized to it.
Desensitized to whatever was going on. I just don't. I don't
Or
see
the
it anymore.
Fakest boobs
At one
ever.
point in the latest episode we watched,
Yeah.
which you can see on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
we I'm sorry, you
Yeah, you, Jordan.
Right.
bend a
What of it?
woman's leg down and her boobs like close.
They like her boobs clap.
Like it's like a
Oh,
karate
okay.
chop action on Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Like you're just pumping the leg and her boobs are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why
She was
Great.
in a wheelchair,
Oh God.
So you're like
It's
her
also your mom,
caregiver.
maybe.
It's also
but not your biological
but
mom.
not your biological.
Wow.
But you are going to try and bang her.
So I'm
You
like,
did see her boobs.
I'm like really, really depraved. in this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's okay,
Your dialogue is horrible. By
Yeah.
the way.
When you were
Nice.
3, you got sent to an orphanage,
Mm-hmm.
and then you broke out when you were 13.
Yeah.
And then you moved.
And that's
to,
when I banged someone. For the
no,
first
then you
time?
moved to
Okay.
California,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then you waited 5 years.
Wow, they give me a backstory and everything.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
your
you did
adoptive
backstory.
dad taught you karate
Yeah.
and how to swim. You didn't know how to swim before that. And then he died
And I
Uh,
needed to fill this
fighting
empty
killer
hole
whales.
in my chest.
Well, you
with
needed to fill
With
a empty hole.
women.
with women.
And then you banged your girlfriend a bunch, and then you banged a chick on an airplane that you didn't know, and then you're banging the housekeeper.
So I'm in the 30 Mile High Club.
Yes.
You're in the
Nice.
Mile High
And the
Club?
housekeeper.
And
Yeah,
you
we
will
just
be
did
having
her.
sex with the old gross cook.
Nice.
not,
She's the housekeeper?
gross.
She is.
She's just old, and and they really.
It's
sag her
not
tits.
really-
Her tits are like down to her knees.
Nice.
She's
Well,
old and gross.
It's not. So I'm thinking that in the game, it's not about attraction. It's about how sick and depraved I can get.
I'm gonna be
Probably.
honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying
it's
to
like
get
Frank
your character
Reynolds.
murdered.
Yeah, we're gonna see if your character can die.
Oh, you're still playing this.
We
Yeah,
are
it's like
still
10
playing.
hours of free content.
It is. It's like
Oh.
10 hours long.
Wow.
And then you have to pay like $15 for season 2.
Yeah.
So.
What's that one called?
Whoever wants-
Motherless season 2.
Motherless.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Don't just look. A fair warning that like I don't know if I said, but like a fair warning. If anyone wants to look up this game, look it up specifically on Steam. Do not just Google motherless, and do not just Google like motherless game.
Why did you do that?
Let me tell you, a motherless website, which you think that might have just been. Oh, don't look it
Oh,
up.
you're gonna look it up.
It's
Wait,
a very deep, depraved website
Motherless.
of porn videos.
Motherless.com.
And you want to know some of their categories?
Hold on, I'm about to find out. Whoa, she's getting choked. Hold on.
Choking,
Categories?
choking's a little vanilla for me. Yeah.
Amateur, anal, Asian, ATM. What does that stand for?
You know what that stands for.
Oh yeah, I do know what that
Yeah.
stands for.
Ass mouth.
Cartoon, cream pie, cross dresser, cuckold. These all seem pretty normal. Am I gonna get upset when I get to the R?
There's also an I one in there too.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at I right now.
Incest.
Yeah,
Oh, gross.
Japanese
So there's like incest, and then there's like
machine.
which
Is it-
one are
is
you
it-
laughing at?
Is adult breastfeeding on there?
It's all breastfeeding.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is.
Wait, let me see what it is.
See if you can pick out the one I was laughing at.
Oh. Is it the one above MILFs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nerdy girls.
Nerdy girls.
Old and young.
Yeah.
Pegging. There you go.
Pegging. There you go.
Pregnant. Prolapse.
Pregnant. Prolapse. What the
Rimming.
fuck?
Russian.
Oh,
Scat.
ew. Yeah, see, look.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like it
No.
has like
Small tits.
when I saw that stuff and I was like, ooh.
Transsexual.
Yes, so
Wet
please just
t-shirt.
look it up on Steam.
WTF.
Well, James is just telling you everything that's
Yeah.
on there.
I'm not telling you everything. Oh, we can go to the tags too.
Did it have the one that like that I also thought that I saw on there?
I don't know what you thought you saw.
Something like really wrong.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's in here.
That starts
Give me a letter.
with an R.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because I could have sworn that was a category.
There's
was-
redhead rimming roleplay rough in Russian.
Oh, okay.
All in the
Because
same
like
video?
there was a whole entire
Maybe.
category, which was a certain type of like consensual, non-consensual role play. But they
on, I gotta
didn't
clear my browser
specify
history.
that, or I really hope that was more specified. And I was like, ooh, no, this is not good. So please, if you want to look up the game we're playing, Motherless, look it up specifically on Steam.
Or what you could do is you go to youtube.com/@JJTI and just watch our blurred video of it that I spent a long time editing.
Or
Go to
it's not blurred
patreon.com/JJTI
if you subscribe to our Patreon.
and give us $1 a month and you can watch boobies. Which somebody
yeah.
commented on that video, actually. I got a notification for that. Do you want me to read their
God.
comment?
Is the comment going to be like, please, I wanted you to read the backstory because I really wanted to read the character's lines, which I did not do this time. But I had no idea what was happening. I was just waiting for boobs.
Yeah. Join the club.
Very anatomically incorrect. Their body proportions are horrible. It is absolutely
Grotesque.
mind-boggling how small their waist was and how big their boobs were and how big their ass was, but their
Yeah, they
hips
were
were small.
perfect.
That's definitely like no.
They were the perfect woman.
No.
This person commented less than 10 minutes in and you paid too much even though it was free.
You paid too much even though it's free.
I think our time is worth much more than this. Listen, okay? Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices.
Listen. Yeah, you got
It's a good game. We're gonna play it. We're gonna
I'm
finish it. We're gonna get to
entertained.
the hamster game.
Okay, yeah.
I really hope that they don't age restrict the hamster game. I suspect they're gonna age restrict every single episode of this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm
No matter what you do, you can black bar everything, and they're probably gonna
just gonna blur the entire screen.
yeah, or the whole entire screen. is just
I don't
gonna
want to do that.
be-
It's not fun.
No,
You
Okay.
can't imagine it. How's your pizza coming?
It should be ready.
Should be done, but
Yeah.
it says it's in prep.
it's still in prep.
But it says it should be done.
You want to end this then?
Sure.
All right.
That was a podcast, everyone.
I've been James.
I've been Ashley.
I've been a dinosaur.
Yeah, he used to do that a lot too.
Great
So.
reboot.
We've just been listening to old things from the podcast. They keep going until the music
Yeah, I
ends.
mean.